You guys
This is
nervous?
the show?
You guys nervous being on a podcast that people are watching?
This is first time? It's not very nice. That's not a surprise to anyone else here, though, so not to worry about it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 63 of the Slightly Serious Sign podcast. We're going to do an ISA show recap. The guys from IT Supplies were nice enough to join us to provide some intellectual content to this podcast. So we appreciate you guys coming. This is literally the last hour of the show currently, so we're still recording during the show. You're still going to hear the background noise of all the people walking by and all that good stuff. So
not that many people.
Yeah, the entire day has felt like the last hour of the show.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was a good day. We had meetings the first 2 days, and then this day we walked. It was a good day to walk because nobody was in our way.
Yeah,
it's fair.
Welcome to the Extended Gamut podcast.
Sponsored by Wensco.
Would you like to do your intro now?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and do your intro. That way you'll get some views on this one.
This is perfect.
What episode are you guys on?
Like 12.
You're on a semi-quarterly release basis?
We're here for Mike's birthday.
Oh, perfect.
Mike recently turned 50. Happy birthday, Mike.
Thank you.
For those of you watching, can you believe we're only 5 years apart?
I mean, you got a lot more gray than I do.
Yeah, he doesn't dye it, though.
Tyler, that didn't need to be added.
Wait,
I told you that in confidence.
You dye your hair?
I've been dyeing my hair since I was 35.
That's not even a color.
This is a color.
It's slightly less gray. That's the color he picks off the
Farmer's
shelf.
Barn red.
Anyways,
all right, let's get on to the show.
For those watching that don't know who you guys are, if you want to just quickly introduce yourselves, how long you've been at the company and what you kind of currently do.
Yeah. My name is Andy. Second best sign supply podcast in the industry.
In the Midwest.
In the Midwest, yeah.
We don't want to oversell ourselves.
Right, okay. I've been with IT Supplies for 14 years. So, national accounts manager. So in sales.
Perfect.
Congratulations.
Thank you. 14 years is a big one.
Yeah, it's good. It is. Highly celebrated. I'm Jeff with IT Supplies, about 14 years as well. And
Tell them your role.
my role, it's day to day. It's like Mike's role. What's Mike's role? He's COO, he's president.
I'm the president, COO,
Of Wensco Science.
janitor,
Yeah.
everything.
Driver. Warehouse guy.
Warehouse guy, technician.
You're where the buck stops.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're happy to be here, talk about ISA, Mandalay Bay Convention Center.
Yeah. So you guys had a booth at the show. So how'd that go?
I feel like we had a slow day Wednesday. We had a really good day Thursday, and today we might as well not have come to the show. But I think there was enough good context Thursday.
I'm so hungry. I could eat Joseph M. Clement.
What?
I'm
get hungry.
so hungry. I could eat Joseph M. Clement.
What's Joseph M. Clement?
It's just how hungry I am.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Did he have anything to drink before he came over here?
He was partaking in some pharmaceuticals over in the LED section.
That's not your realtor?
That is my realtor.
I don't know what's going on.
He digs through Facebook before he does these to find stuff on me and like, oh, your realtor, Joe Clement.
Joseph M.
Joseph M. Clement. Like, what the?
I know who he is, and it's probably because he said Joseph, so I was like,
He goes by Joe, by the way.
who are you talking about? Anyway, so day one, slow. Day two, really good. Day three, slower than day one.
I feel like we had the right printers in the booth. So we had three new printers, G60 Epson DTF printer, Epson Solvent S9170 printer, and then an HP Latex printer. So they're all out within the last 3 weeks.
Which HP did you have?
HP Latex R530. So it's the flatbed,
The new
compact flatbed.
The new small flatbed.
And I think if we didn't have such good printers to put on in the booth, we wouldn't have maximized the
impact,
the traffic. But we had enough people that are like, oh, I've been reading about this.
Yeah.
So
What did you think?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of new technology, and that's like colliding with tariffs and just
unknown
availability of printers and different things. So it just feels it's a weird feeling, because usually you're like, I got brand new printers out, here's the price, and I feel like everyone's like, brand new printers, here's the price, but they actually haven't arrived from China yet, so maybe that's not the price, or it's just like a different. There's like a colliding of a couple things, but it's exciting to have new technology out there. So we had some great conversations about that. I felt like the show itself, I felt like everything was happening sort of in the middle, and then there was sort of like the outskirts. ISA had like a stage where people were talking on one end, they had the rap on the other, and I think they were trying to bring it all together. But it got a little sparse maybe towards the edges. Yeah,
it felt like, and it's hard for them to know too, right? Where like what type of booths are going to be in here, but it felt like some of the booths, the way the backdrops were set up, they basically like segmented sections of the show that were like, until the last day when we were intentionally trying to make sure we walked the whole show, like we would have been like, I didn't even know you guys were here this whole time, right? Even like some of our own vendors be like, oh, you guys are here, and we've been here 3 days. We just finally are seeing you. So yeah, it was kind of a weird show, but yeah, everyone that was in the middle was pumped. So you guys should just get one in the middle next time. Just send a request in next time.
It wasn't super deep either. I mean, you would walk down the main aisle, but like if you turned right or left from the main aisle, it wasn't like there was 100 booths you had to walk down. I mean, you could sort of see to the end from each side. So that was, remember Printing United? We did a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like 2 rooms, and you were like, I didn't even know someone was at the show.
Yeah.
But it was so big and just.
Yeah, and from the front of one of the sides, you barely could even see the back of the show, like how far you had to walk back there. So yeah, no, it was super different. And it sounds like with the space that they had available to do the show it was basically completely full. We only saw like 2 spots where booths could have been, I think. So it seems like on the vendor side, at least, they sold out the show. Whether they got all the people here, seems like mixed emotions. Some people were like, yeah, it was busy the whole time. The other people were like,
they didn't get all the people here. Wensco.
Yeah, we didn't have a booth.
No, we didn't have a booth. I think we're going to have a booth at Print United, though.
Well, has they ever thought about that, like, they captured like 3/4 of the United States with both of these shows, and then just refuse to acknowledge that we exist entirely. Like they used to do a bunch of shows in Chicago. Now nobody ever does them there, besides like architectural firms do their shows there. But
you should start the Slightly Serious trade show.
Sign show? Just no, not even sign show. Just the Slightly Serious show.
Oh yeah,
trade show.
You have to attract more people.
Yeah,
there we go.
we're all inclusive. You know, we're just anybody that wants in.
Definitely not going to call it the Extended Gamut show.
No,
not a soul's going to show up.
It's just 5 printers.
Yep.
Okay. So the thing I had in my notes to ask at the beginning is something we talked about last week. We were talking about it. You put out Andy. I'm talking about.
Okay.
Put out a LinkedIn post.
Yeah, I did.
Like the middle of last week. And first of all, I thought it was awesome. I was like, this is hilarious.
Greatest post in the history.
It was very good. I mean, I think most people just skipped over it thinking this is just a really weird post. But I think as an industry, I think it is something that most people are kind of getting behind, where it's this, and you can explain what it was after this, but getting behind this kind of like, hey, I think service is a big part of our industry that kind of gets overlooked. I think we've been like price for forever. And now people are realizing they've been buying on price, and now they're kind of cornered themselves versus like service and delivery and that kind of stuff is all kind of a pretty big deal. So do you want to say like kind of what you sent out and why, if you want to?
Yeah, no,
I'm putting you on the spot here.
It was like a cheeky post about like, if you want to work with the biggest supplier in the industry, then go to booth, whatever. But if you want to work with a supplier that wants to know your business, wants to get to know you, provide best-in-class service, then come to booth 2257, our booth. And it was just a subtle jab at the company that's been buying everyone up and maybe has lost track of some of their customers and the needs that they have. And, you know, we hear it more and more. They're like, some people just don't want to work with a big, large, mega supplier. They want to be more known and work with someone they know. So I think it works for us. We can pick off big business, and you guys probably see it too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, every time someone gets bought up, we get business just shows up at the door, right? Like, it's just they already had 2 options before. Now they have 1. They already didn't like option number 1, so then they're looking for a new option.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's huge for us. I thought it was cool because it's something we've been joking, like that's kind of what we've been talking about for the last like 12 months on the podcast. Probably is like, hey, if you're looking for somebody that like cares about your business and wants to grow with you, like that's what we're here for, right? And I think in B2B, I mean, that's what we're all here for, right? Like, we want your business to grow because naturally our business will grow if yours grows, as long as we keep you around. So I thought it was cool. I just wanted to bring it up because I thought very relatable.
Yeah. When I read it, I was laughing. I'm like, I knew exactly what booth you're talking about. And I'm like, hey, Tyler, did you see this? He said, yeah, I saw it too. Like,
I screenshot it immediately. I was like, this is awesome.
It was great.
Before Andy deletes it.
Yeah,
that is what I thought. If he was going to delete it, I was going to have to repost it, like a screenshot inception type deal. I was just going to leave it. I wasn't even going to crop it. It was just going to be you were going to see my battery percentage and everything on the screenshot. I didn't care. But yeah, I thought it was great. So, anyways, that's all I had to say. So, besides that, you talked about the new equipment that you guys had at your booth.
What did you guys see when you were walking the show? Did you guys see some new equipment?
So not really. The equipment
we
you
did
talked
see
about.
that HP. We did see that HP.
The HP and Epson has some new stuff. The 9170 obviously is new, but we already kind of saw that one before, right? Their what are they calling this? 7170?
7170, that's the S40 replacement.
Yeah, that seems sweet. The speed is great for the price point. It sounds like it's going to be at.
What is the
depending on
price
tariffs.
point? Yeah, what is the price point?
Well,
I guess
the current price point I think they said is $12,495 or $12,995.
For one day, it was way more.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
For one day last week,
on
it was
April
way
9th,
more.
it was
way more.
It was 24% more expensive last week, but they
one day.
They retracted it, so you're good now. But yeah, I know they're still talking about all the equipment people are still talking about price increases. So that's today's price, but they don't even. I don't know if they even have them yet. Technically speaking,
it makes the show so weird from our perspective when you're at a booth and people are coming up and like, well, how much is the printer? It's like,
yeah,
I don't know.
It's currently
It can't ship, and
we
when
don't
it
have
does
it in
ship,
stock.
I don't know what the price will be, but you want to get your order in.
Yeah, it was crazy that.
I don't know why they can't close a deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Just close it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I want a blank check and we'll ship it whenever we feel like it.
Yeah, exactly.
I am the captain.
Yeah, the captain of the ship. But it was weird, like walking the show. Like if you noticed, like even we're looking at the GraphTech booth right now, but like typically during these shows, you're going to see like, like price tags out in front of the printers.
Yeah.
There was none, 0 in the show. Like there was like some where it was like, here's the floor model and here's the price, but none of them had like, hey, here's our new unit, here's the price, because it's so in the air right now that everyone's like, oh, yeah, we're not putting a price on this. We're not going to commit to anything. So that's kind of what's crazy. I mean, I'm sure you guys were dealing the same thing. Half the conversations at the show are tariff. That's all anyone really wants to talk about right now. So,
do you think the impending tariffs and just the uncertainty impacted attendance to the show, or do you think people that were coming and no one,
I think it's in Vegas, and so the people that came Wednesday didn't come the rest of the week.
They knocked it out, and then they're just hanging out.
Yeah, maybe it got Wednesday and Thursday, then they're in Vegas. But I just think I don't know what the attendance was. They'll probably share a number, whether it's true or not, they'll share a number.
Yeah, a really high number is actually what they'll share.
But I don't think it's that. I mean, even the people that were waiting to come in first day, it was pretty crowded. But then like day 2 was like, and then today, literally nobody waiting to get in.
Yeah,
So it's just like, it comes to that same old question, like how long do these last if they can't draw the people? And then what draws the people?
I felt so bad for some of the people. I mean, I bought some software myself for a business that I don't even own or that doesn't even exist just to help them out. I just felt bad for them.
Yeah, you bought some phone chargers and cables.
One day I'm going to ship one of those massage chairs home. My wife's going to be like, what is this? I'm like, happy birthday. It's your birthday?
We all know exactly where we were going with that. It's just this universal, like, why is this here?
Yeah.
Do they just do every show?
Someone in our booth is like, oh, I'm going to get one of those new chargers, but they're selling it for $100. I'll bet you the last day I can get it for $40. I'm like, that's the thing? You want to get this? They have these things everywhere.
It's $25 on Amazon currently, but they're going to get it. They're going to get it for $40 at the show and feel like they've got a bargain, dude. But yeah, besides HP had new stuff, Epson had new stuff. For the most part, that was pretty much all.
Well, we saw a couple things, right? We saw STS.
Yes.
Do you guys know who they are?
Yep.
They had this thing with this cylindrical like bottle print UV printer and it was sort of cool. I mean,
I was impressed. Yeah,
it's like 40 grand
Yep.
pre-tariffs.
But it was a full 360, right?
full 360,
And it was
it's spinning
flying.
fast. And they put the UV cure offline, so it's at the bottom. So it's spinning this bottle, and I'm shaking the whole table. But it was maybe 30 seconds. You have a full print, like a Yeti.
Dishwasher
cool.
safe.
That's crazy. I didn't even see it because the only thing I was going to bring up was also at the STS booth, and it's they have that hybrid flatbed unit, right? And they were printing these little tiny, I don't even know what they were. They look like gummy bears.
Yeah,
That's
like
what they look
goldfish.
like.
Yeah.
Snow cap.
But how it works is they're just throwing them on the bed all face up, and they're in total different orientations. And then as it comes through, there's a scanner that's scanning their location and then printing on all of them. And they're all in different orientations. They're staggered. He's literally just throwing them on the back of the bed, and all of them are registering correctly and printing. And I was like, this is insane compared to, the customers that are currently building jigs and doing that kind of stuff for the small hybrid or the small flatbed stuff. This seems like just would kill all of them. So yeah, that was interesting. I don't know anything about it besides what we saw at the show, right? So
I feel like it's over exaggerated. Like imagine running a business and you're like, all right, you're in charge of production. Like, what do? I don't know. Just throw stuff on this bed here and then we'll sell it after it prints off.
Hit go.
Yeah,
It should print.
stuff.
well, it's funny too because it's like it's belt fed, right? So one guy at the show is just sitting. He's literally talking to somebody, and every 5 seconds he leans over, picks up a handful of them, sets them on the back, and then keeps talking. He did that the whole show.
That's his
the
whole
whole
job.
show. He only sat there
That's
and
what
just
he did.
put things on the back of this printer the whole time.
This would help you. I know you're a little older. It's like that I Love Lucy episode. You know, Desi Arnold, I Love Lucy.
That show is older than me. That's more your style, probably. I don't think I was actually allowed to watch TV when I was younger.
I sent an email to yestermike94@aol.com. Do you still check that email address?
No chance.
What's the story behind Yestermike?
So there's a story behind
story.
Yestermike.
There you go.
So Yestermike, I used to manage Yesterdog in Grand Rapids, and for some reason, the owner, they always called Yester Bill, and then I started managing it.
What's Yester?
Yesterdog is like the chili dog place in Grand Rapids. Like
It's like iconic.
it's
super
iconic.
old.
Like
It's
there,
the
I could
place.
tell you really good stories about things that owner's done, and like my best story is, a lady came back up and she hands him the hot dog. She's like, something's wrong with this hot dog, and she hands it to him and she bit. He grabs it, turns it around on the side she bit, takes a big bite. Tastes pretty damn good to me, so go ahead and eat it, and then goes back to working.
That's the owner.
Yester Bill.
Like you've seen the Soup Nazi episode.
Yeah.
That's basically what Yesterdog was.
Yeah.
So it
Okay.
kind of fit my personality a little bit too. So
you're like, I'm gonna get an email address.
But it's a place with
I don't know why that wouldn't even be is it my email address? Where would
When did you
possibly-
graduate?
I graduated in 93.
1990. Oh, why would you make it Yestermike 94 then at AOL.com?
I have no way. I have no idea.
There's a couple more you have, but we probably shouldn't talk about them on this podcast.
I feel like I got some private investigator.
As the
Like,
president of the company.
Listen, I only really have one email that I check, and that's my M Hall. Like I don't have any other. I have ones like you had to have a Google one for something, but I've never checked it.
I sent a few emails to it, but I didn't get any response.
It was
So.
out of
wouldn't
office.
have.
It was out of office.
Out
It
of
said you were
office.
going to be at
said you were at the
ISA.
ISA Expo.
Even if you had sent it to M Hall, sent me an email, I wouldn't have responded.
I haven't set it. Yeah, I don't even have an autoresponder set for the show. So
How much research did he do on me?
I don't know. It's a lot though.
Been stalking me and stuff.
He
Yeah.
spent some time working on this.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you guys, but I just want to take a minute to talk about Nakusa, the name behind our tape. Our tape's the #1 application tape out there, but they are more than just tape now. Nakusa has a full range of products out there. Their new one is called NextBond. This is a UV cured adhesive. Why does that matter? It's an eco-friendly and durable option, but comparable to most of the eco-friendly options, this is a cost-effective product. So if you're looking for an eco-friendly product or a durable product or just in general a good vinyl, NextBond is going to be the one for you. This is available at wensco.com as well as all of their other products. So check it out at Wensco or reach out if you have any questions. Oh, and don't forget to use your Nakusa bucks. Have you heard about Metamark? Metamark is a company that sells premium graphic solutions for commercial and fleet signage. So whether that's walls or it's vehicles or it's tables or doors, we loved it so much we put it all over the podcast studio. So you can check it out on our videos or at wensco.com.
in your pantry at home, who eats the goldfish? You know, you have that thing where it's labeled goldfish in the pantry.
Yep.
And then you keep the macaroni and cheese in the top right up there by the cereal boxes.
Yep. The goldfish is for the grandchildren.
Oh, and the squeeze bags?
Yep, for the grandchildren.
Good.
He's went through so many videos.
All right. And then behind your bed that you sleep in, who installed that wood? You know, all that did you do that or that came to the house?
That was
That's me.
was it you? It was you too, wasn't it? It was you. So people that don't know, my house went for sale. So he's looking at all these houses. My house, all the pictures of my house were
it's
online.
pending. Thank you, Joseph M. Clement.
Yes.
Shout out Joe M.
Yeah. It's sold full.
I'm so hungry I could eat that guy.
It's sold full price day one.
Good job.
So
That's great.
I don't know what he has a lot of free time on his hands. Let me tell you.
no wonder they're not selling anything.
He said it like he was doing a lot of stuff. He had a lot of roles at work, but it sounds like he could take at least one more.
Yeah, sounds like you guys could find him something to do.
So bored.
His Saturdays must get.
So, as long as we're talking about each other, what's the story about your stamp tramp?
It's called a tramp stamp.
Oh, I said it backwards. Tramp. See, I don't even have one, so I didn't know what. So, just one day you just said, "Hey, look,
It's not that complex.
I want my boyfriend to see what."
It's not that complex. There was a 3-month period in the time of mankind where men were getting lower back tattoos. And I threaded the needle and boom, got my tattoo.
What country were you in?
I was in Pensacola, Florida.
Okay.
This is January 1998. I turned 18. You only had to be 18 to get a tattoo. And it was beach time. And for $100, I was able to get a tattoo. And my kids put on fake tattoos all the time and wonder why dad's fake tattoo never comes off.
He was showing to us during one of the episodes.
Yeah,
so.
the reason I
very
know that,
distracting.
we were walking by and he had basically had to show us. Felt the need.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
I thought you'd be interested.
I was.
Yeah.
I was going to take my shirt off and show you the tattoo, but it just... all these tariffs.
Dude, that's the most American.
No,
That's the most American shirt I've ever seen in my life. Wow.
It's all of his undershirts.
Okay, I'm gonna have to be careful when I tell the story. But today we were walking by one of the rows that's in the back over there, right? And it's one of the sections that sells LEDs that I can't pronounce the name of the company, right? And they were all sitting around like this little table in the middle, and they all had ordered McDonald's. And I was making a joke that, yeah, they were trying to get the good processed stuff that we have here and not everywhere else in the world. So it was funny that it was literally just a group of like 7 people all eating
Chinese people?
all eating McDonald's.
You can't say that.
You can't say Chinese people?
I don't know.
We don't know anymore.
You're the Chinese waiter.
It was a Chinese waiter, so I can probably say Chinese people. Yeah. I'm part Chinese.
You have to talk to your manager at the Chinese restaurant.
Oh,
Tejan.
Yesterbill.
Yesterbill was Yesterdog.
Yestertajan.
So
This podcast, how do you guys have more listeners than us?
well, usually we bring on other people.
Because they self-proclaim their listeners.
Listen,
You guys are rather distracting from the topic.
yeah, we're very, very good at what we do.
I mean, we did one this morning. It went so smooth, and this one I just keep getting landmined by Jeff over there.
He's just
Lifting his shirt up. He's asking about your pantry. What is going on?
He spent way too much time on my Facebook page.
It worked though.
Yeah.
His goal was to just absolutely torpedo this episode.
If he would have found my TikTok, he could have found way more.
Yeah, he'd had way more.
If you'd have found my TikTok,
Andy found
for
a
next
famous TikTok person at the show.
Yep.
Yeah, Tony.
Tony
I
was
took
here.
a picture with him.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
LC Sign.
He is.
Yeah.
He is one of the funniest TikTok people. It's rated R, but he's funny as can be.
Is he?
But yeah, if you would have found my TikTok, you could have found a lot
had
more
a lot
information.
more dirt on
you would
him.
have a lot more dirt
When's
on
the
me.
next episode we're doing together?
Pretty
United.
Pretty United. Go ahead. Go through my TikTok. You'll find everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Back to the show. Sorry, go ahead. I got nothing else.
I want what I saw.
Oh yeah, what'd you see? That was
Two
new?
things. The Arlon, was like V9500 the wall wrap.
Yep.
Was installed incredibly easy. Like not a lot impressed me. That impressed me. And then they came back out with my color, the blue aluminum. That is my color. We should be the only ones that be able to sell that color. It's literally when Arlon 2014, 2016.
Yeah.
They came out with colors for color wrap, and I wrapped my car at the time in blue aluminum, and it's just it's an incredible color. And then they cancel all the colors, and they just brought it back this year. And literally, they hand me the sample, and I've been thinking about getting a car. Like, I was going to get a Jeep, and I'm looking at the sample going, like, I don't think I can get a Jeep anymore. I think I literally got to get a sports car. Because
So just for this color.
just for this color. Like, I'll buy a different car probably now just because that color came back out because I like that color so much. But it's a matte blue that just, like, it doesn't shade shift, but it kind of does.
Yeah.
It's. I'll show you a picture later of the car.
Yeah.
Like,
On
it's
the
nice.
on the topic of cars, did you guys hear the announcement, the EV startup announcement that they did here at the show?
I only heard them briefly say it. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So Slate, it's called Slate, funded by Bezos and others, and it's a $20,000 truck / SUV that only comes in slate color, and everything is wrapped. So you buy it off the line, super
I think I saw a video
customizable.
of this morning.
It was
Out of
on-
Michigan.
Yeah. I don't know if they're based out of Michigan.
Based out of Michigan.
Okay.
Detroit? Auto capital of the world?
Probably. I don't know. It looked awesome. I put it on LinkedIn, but it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Like 20 grand. No, you have to add speakers. You have to add whatever. But so
2
it's
seats to 5
I
seats.
saw that it has
stripped
no screen.
down, no screens. Use your phone as your like navigation. But they're gonna have a network of wrappers to be able to you customize it so you can get your aluminum blue.
Yeah, Ford tried to do this recently too, like at the dealer level, and just never really took off. But this may, if they don't paint them, like
Yeah.
if they just have them ready to wrap. Be
Yeah.
a lot
I mean, the
better.
Tesla one seems to be working. I mean, everyone on our industry obviously hates it because they're doing it for like $400 and nobody wants to actually wrap a Tesla for $400. But in terms of people getting their Teslas wrapped, it seems to be working where they're getting them, like they would from the factory, except they're coming wrapped instead of in whatever the 2 standard colors basically.
I thought
that you can buy
everyone's
them.
burning Teslas.
Well, that too. It depends what state you're in,
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, like Texas is just bringing them in.
They're
They're just
bringing
like,
them in.
come on, send them down here. We'll take all of them.
So
California, they're just driving them off the Golden Gate Bridge
They're stopping them. They're trying to keep them from going to Texas and
from the
California.
HOV lane right into the water, filled with sharks.
So while we're talking about cars, like, you got a suggestion for a car?
Well, I thought you were
what
more
should
of
I
like a
get?
Subaru guy.
I do have a I have a Subaru and I have
a pickup truck.
and I have a GMC diesel.
Yeah.
2 total opposite vehicles.
But now
But
you're
I'm
talking
thinking
about
of-
a sports
I'm
car.
thinking sports car more. Like,
Well, you're 50, so Corvette, obviously.
Maybe Red Barn Red.
Yeah,
No,
or yellow.
Oh, yeah.
no, I'm going with the blue, but I just don't know.
You're
Like,
going blue.
now I got to pick a car that suits me.
Well, the Camaro, you can't see over the top of it. It's really hard to see. Corvette, could you get out of it with your hamstring?
Not right now.
Not right now. I couldn't get out of it.
You'd be stuck.
Yeah, Corvette has that stigma,
Yeah.
but I gotta
Yeah.
look through. I gotta find out. I gotta get something different.
Their key sales demographic is actually just men not in their 50s, 50. Not
Turning
like
50.
not
A week
51,
away, yeah.
not 51, 52,
Comes-
just 50.
Comes in the little. I haven't opened up my AARP envelope yet. I bet there's a Corvette ad in there.
There is, yeah.
Coupon.
It's fun.
It's like it's the scratch off ones though. See if you won. Yeah, you won. Like, oh,
I mean,
I'm
what do you think your
surprised.
car? What do you think it is?
I don't know. Like, I was set on. I was gonna get the Wrangler with the Hellcat motor. Is what I was gonna get.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking that maybe I need a car instead.
I've had a Hellcat engine before. It's a fun time.
But I got to get something. I technically don't own a car. I don't actually own a car right now.
Or a house. I
I don't own a car or a house.
Joseph M.
Joseph
Clement.
M.
Literally,
Clement.
yeah. My total assets, not counting cash, is 0 right now. I own some clothes, a couple pairs of shoes,
And
but
a
I don't-
Bitcoin.
No Bitcoin. They're literally no car, no house. So I need
He's
a
on
car.
Bitcoin train. There was a lot of cars here at the show.
I like that one
They're wrapping a
Porsche.
bunch of cars here.
Yeah, they had that GT3, which was the best car that was at the, there was a Taycan as well, but like that GT3 was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
And the Sprinter, not so much. I saw the new VW
Yeah, you didn't like the
bus
the
thing.
Volkswagen
Yeah.
EV?
I wanted to look inside just to see like
That thing is at least it probably fits at least a full size mattress, which is what they're
it
targeting.
looked cool as long as you're on the inside of it.
That's what they're targeting.
Yeah. As long as nobody sees you driving it, tint the windows good.
As long as no one sees you in it.
Yes.
And yeah, they had a bunch of wrapped cars in the back. Nothing really cool though.
Yeah.
Which is weird normally. I mean, like even the other shows we do, usually you get something
Yeah.
sweet in here, but they're really. I mean,
So-
that The GT3 is cool, but
We went to the opposite end of what you're talking about, and we saw a couple wild things. Why don't you tell them what we saw?
The Elvis statue.
Yeah, and all those propane tanks.
Thank you. Did you guys see the Elvis statue? They're like, it was like
Yeah, that they're 3D printing kind of.
they're removing. Is
removing,
that,
yeah.
not additive.
Carving.
What's the other one? Yeah, where it's
Carving.
like removing. Yeah.
Oh.
So you start with a block of
Not
whatever.
additive.
Yeah, we only
non-additive.
when we were at that end, they only had like head and shoulders kind of done.
Yeah, it probably took all show to do one statue, but it's cool. What else did we see?
You saw the most insane fiber
yeah.
cutter that we thought we were
The
going to
world's
die.
fastest fiber laser cutter. It was moving so fast, it was like scary. It's in a glass like enclosure, but it's coming at you so fast. You're like, it's crazy. It was so fast and so violent. It was like
It was, yeah,
what were they cutting?
like a
stainless steel.
piece of metal.
That's crazy.
So you can wear like a Batman chain necklace or something.
yeah, that's how I felt about they had like the big format, the ultra large format printers at Print United when that head's like,
Yeah.
and it's got to weigh like 100 pounds too. Dude, you just think about like you lean forward one time, dude, it's gone.
You're dead.
They're body bag, dude. You're out of here.
Yeah.
And yeah, what happened? You put your arm in there to be over. No more
You're
arm.
done.
That's crazy. The only thing I had, because you guys were obviously selling equipment at the show, so this is a question for you. We didn't obviously deal with this, but how do you feel like people are feeling about like how the economy is in terms of like, is there more buyers here? Is it way more people just looking? What does it feel like from your guys' perspective?
It didn't feel like a shortage of buyers, like where people were holding back. It felt like more we didn't have the answers they were looking for in terms of pricing and how soon they can get them, and because of some of the uncertainty. But I didn't feel like people were more cautious than in past shows.
Yeah, I think a bunch of manufacturers are showing equipment that's being previewed, so it's not available. So you're like, well, what are we supposed to do? Like, we can't sell that at the show. The stuff you can sell at the show, is it available to ship? And I don't know. It felt a little off.
Yeah, the whole show felt off in terms of, like, I think the other part too is usually coming up to these shows, right? There's a bunch of new stuff coming out, and I think the people exhibiting, I feel like most of them feel like they can't get their feet underneath them right now. Like, there's so much stuff going on all at the same time right now that it's like, we have a booth and we have the same stuff we had last year, and we hope you guys still want this stuff, because the new stuff is, we can't figure it out. We can't figure out how to get it here, how much it's going to cost by the time we're done with it. And we don't know where it's coming from anymore. We thought it was here. It's over here. So the whole thing just felt weird. Nobody felt like super excited about, you know, what's going on. It's just, yeah, we're getting to the end here. The whole thing just felt weird. I don't know. It was a very different show, like compared to we've done this, no, we're getting, the show's closing in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think they're going to hear that.
Write those checks now. The show's closing in 15 minutes.
Get over back to our booth.
If you get $1 check for every customer that's in here, you get at least $7.
$4.
Oh, yep, 3 just left. Down to 4.
Yeah, it just felt super weird compared to the normal ones. Like, we've done these recaps, 3 times now at least. And usually there's, here's all this cool new stuff we saw. And it just felt like when you're walking around, you're just like,
I think
nobody seems excited, and there's not a lot of new crazy stuff here.
Here's the positive in my mind. There's a bunch of new technology coming out. Everyone says, I'm waiting for the next big show. All right, the next big show happened. Trump says he's doing his 90-day pause. Eventually, that 90 days is going to come to an end. They're going to come to some sort of agreement. Everyone's going to know this is what it is. Yeah. Here's the printers out, and then people are going to have to make a decision. Yeah. So the sooner we can get to that point, I think it's better for everybody. So, let's just keep moving forward and see where it is. But there's, independent of price or availability, there is some cool new technology coming 100%. Out. Yeah. Printers are getting faster.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Quality's getting higher, and people have to continue to run businesses. And as much as some people say everything's going digital, like, there's so much of print that is tangible, and you're looking at it with your eyes, and it's not digital, and people need to produce that. And that's sort of the world we're in.
The other thing I'll say that felt good about the show is it did feel like it was a sign show this time. Like, I feel like we've been going so far on the apparel side for these shows for so long.
Yeah.
There was DTF here for sure, but it wasn't nearly
overwhelming
as many.
Like last ISA.
Yeah, last year was like you were just going rows and rows and rows of DTF.
Because they're not still running.
That's
Oh, they all broke down?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all broke down.
But it just felt like there was a lot of interesting stuff on the LED side, but it wasn't anything just like crazy random company. It was like, hey, here's something we're working on at least. And the equipment that did come out feels great. I mean, it looks great. It's fast. And there is new stuff. It's not like everyone's just sitting on their hands at least. So yeah, just an interesting show. Not a normal, didn't feel like a normal ISA. That's for sure. So
yeah. Are we going to talk about the food you guys ate while we were out
sure.
there?
Yep. That's how we should end this.
Yeah.
We had no Chinese food.
We took their advice.
Yeah, we did.
Did you
From
go
your
to
last
Italian
podcast.
place. Yeah.
What did we tell you?
Night 1, Ferraro's.
Where did we say that?
You said Joe from Roland told you to go to Ferraro's? Or did we go to the wrong restaurant?
It was delicious, Joe. I don't know if it's the right place.
Ferraro's, the
remember this.
Italian restaurant.
Yeah. I don't know if we said.
You said
we might have said it.
you're about to go there.
Yeah, we went to. Yeah, I know.
You remember
I know.
what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I know what you're talking about. So you went to Ferraro's.
Well, we ate every night, but yeah, the one night.
What did we do the first night? Oh, Brazilian Steakhouse,
Fogo de Chao.
Fogo de Chao,
Margaritaville.
I wasn't there.
and then we went
You went
to.
to Margaritaville.
I still think the best. I think the best restaurant still in Vegas is at Joe's Seafood and Steak.
Oh, yeah?
Joe's Seafood and Steak is like
Joe's Prime Steak and Seafood or something
yeah,
like that.
something like it's on Caesar's Forum or whatever. It is
Caesar's
the best
Palace,
restaurant.
not Forum.
Palace. Forum's on the other side.
Yeah.
Caesar's Palace.
We went to a place called Stanton Social at Caesars. It's pretty cool.
It was good.
Is that the one that overlooks the water?
The tariffs have definitely impacted its pricing.
Yeah.
At least that's what they're telling you.
Yeah.
They're Texas beef.
Yeah, somehow they're shipping in all their steaks from China, apparently.
Yeah, no.
Where else? Where else did you eat?
So we also went to the Tiger Woods mini golf, the Polk Golf or whatever it is. Incredible place. It's not like Top Golf, but a mini golf. And
where's it at?
It's way off the strip.
It's past the,
It's like by the highway.
Vegas sign. Past the Vegas sign on the right hand side, there's a new development right there. It's brand new. And the mini golf looked really fun. We didn't do it. We just sat around, had some drinks and food. It was a United LED party there.
Yeah.
But it was a real, I mean, it would be fun.
Oh, we didn't get invited to that.
No.
You guys could have came.
Do you guys want to start selling LEDs? We got a good idea for you, so we got some suggestions.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, no, that was a good time. And then we went to Joe's, and I wasn't here the first day, so I didn't go to Fogo de Chao. And we've only been here that many
And
days.
then
So Fogo.
Tonight, where are we going?
Joe's.
You guys went to Little
We're
Caesars
going
too.
to-
The group went to
Yeah.
Little Caesars,
We did go to Slice of Vegas.
Slice of Vegas.
I did appetizers.
aka Little Caesars.
I did
Like, can get the
appetizers at
same
Slice of
food.
Vegas.
I get the same food at the gas station.
And
now.
I asked after
I didn't go.
I only did apps, so I wasn't there when the pizza showed up. I had to go to the other event, and the appetizers were this. I won't say this in a nice way. They're very Applebee's style appetizers, if you know what I mean. Like
you took them out of a bag, you put them in a fryer, and then you pulled them out too soon.
Fryer is too generous. Microwave is more what I was going for there. And I was like, well, this pizza can't possibly be good after I had these appetizers, but I'm out of here. So left, and I asked Mark Horta, and I was like, oh, how was it? And he was like, oh, yeah, the pizza was good. And then I asked Tony, and he was like, it was edible. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Little Caesars.
High praise.
Yeah. It was, it was a little more than Little Caesars prices, though.
What was your favorite thing we ate?
Favorite bite of the whole trip was probably the pink saltwater taffy that we had right after Stanton Social. That.
You like
Phenomenal.
saltwater taffy?
The pink, especially.
Oh, there's a
very specific.
there's a rumor going on that the only reason I even ended up at Wensko was saltwater taffy.
You don't say.
Yeah, so when Judy was trying to hire me, I actually took a different job, and I was with it's her son and daughter-in-law. We were at, I think it was at a couples retreat or
Like
something
Mackinac.
like that.
Yeah.
Mackinac.
Yeah.
Mackinac.
I don't think your son can make it though.
Yeah, I think it was just her and her daughter.
Yeah, that's. You guys have heard this story before? So, anyways,
You guys are getting set up.
yeah,
They set you up again.
that's unbelievable. But
They have way too much insider information. I don't know who they've been talking to.
Hey, Judy.
Okay.
We love you, Judy.
Shout out Judy.
son of a gun. You know what? All right.
This is why we do this
She's
podcast.
lovely.
Pretty sure I'm
She's
calling your
lovely.
wife before the next one.
We're gonna have to really do some digging.
It wasn't pink though.
If you
It
start
was
seeing
red.
like a dark car parked outside your house before Print United, you're just gonna know, like, oh no, it's too late.
So anyway, yeah, I work at Wensko because of saltwater taffy.
Well, there you go.
That's how she closed the deal.
That's how she closed
Pink
the deal.
saltwater taffy.
And then I have a thing up in my office where I quit 6 months after that because I told her I'd be there for 6 months. and then I never left.
It hasn't worked.
So what's the worst part of the show?
What was the worst part?
What's the worst part?
Maybe
For
this-
us, it would be tearing down everything. You guys are just going to walk away with your little briefcase
Yeah, with the
of
suitcase of
speakers
podcast
in it,
stuff.
and we have to
Yeah.
go eat dinner, wait for pallets, and then tear a showdown and prepare it for shipment.
Do you
Nice.
want me? I'll write you a doctor's note that you injured yourself recording the. We raced.
Should we do a race
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Let's
I'll
do it.
trip both of you. Okay, just really sell it so that you
Yeah.
don't have to go back there. No, yeah. I mean, there wasn't really a.
We'll talk about our worst part on the next episode.
Oh yeah,
Was it
But-
Behind this
it was this
podcast.
podcast?
yeah. We don't want to say it out loud.
we had. Well, I'll prelude
Tease
it
it.
right now.
Tease it.
Prelude.
Grimco signed on one of our
competitors. Grimace.
vendors, and that vendor dropped us. Now this is the second time it's happened, and we will talk all about it on the next episode and prepare.
Yeah.
Like you thought my first roast of Principal was bad, this one will be worse. So it keeps happening. At some point, we got to start looking into this stuff.
It's been fun. The Wednesday and Thursday were great, and then this morning was rough.
That's when you got the news.
We knew it was going to happen. I mean,
On a meeting that we set. We set the meeting.
once they signed up Grimco, we knew that deal had to include not selling to Wensco.
Yeah.
So we'll sell a different brand. We'll sell a different brand flatbed, and we'll literally roast that brand next episode.
You'll get to hear all about it.
You'll get to hear the
Good
whole
time.
inside scoop on the whole thing.
Lots of fun.
Start selling United flatbeds.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So
If anyone has a good source,
Can't do it. I started the company now. United Flatbeds.
I got the patent already. We
Thanks
took the
for-
Gerber Saber patent, the
Yeah.
old Gerber, the old one from 45 years ago. We found the dies. We're just going to start making them again. That's our plan.
Yeah.
No one else wants to make them. So, guys, before we leave today, I just wanted to ask you one quick question, and that is, what is a pirate's favorite application tape? R tape. R tape is the #1 application tape in the United States, and it comes with an RLA, which is a release liner adhesion, meaning it's going to stick to the liner. Even on cut graphics, if you roll it, it's not going to tunnel, wrinkle, or curl, or anything like that. So if you're looking for the best application tape for cut graphics out there, R tape RLA is for you, and you can get it at wensco.com.
what
I
else?
know you guys have
what
so
else
many
you-
more listeners than us. So to all the listeners still listening,
Yeah.
thank you for having us on.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, guys. We appreciate
You
it.
got any more dirt
having
on
a
me?
conversation.
I'm saving it.
Saving
That's
more dirt
enough
for
for
next
now.
one.
It's enough for now.
You guys are unbelievable. So much research.
He just kept looking at his phone. It was all just notes on you. He had nothing to talk about from the show.
No.
He talked to Judy. Tried
He just, had
everything
a,
he
he
could.
just had a pile of information.
Are you serious?
You got to
He's trying
prep
his
for your
best.
show, but we do appreciate it. And,
Yeah.
the world
Hope-
keeps spinning. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Hopefully-
uncertainty, but we're gonna keep moving forward and we'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Hopefully for Print United, it'll feel more stable and it'll still be a much easier podcast. This one just felt like we're sitting down and I walked the show today and I'm just thinking like, just feels like there's not a lot going on right now. It's kind
Yeah.
of just, but it's the time we're in. So,
Yeah.
so anyways, if you didn't come to the show and you just listened to this, that's how the show went. So hopefully you feel like you missed out. Come next time.
Yeah.
Because IT Supplies said there was nobody here. So come next time. Check out IT Supplies.
Oh, it's over.
They'll be as far from the middle as possible because apparently
That's
You got
what the
any other
traffic
notes in that phone?
No, I was just seeing what time it was. I don't know if I have any other notes.
Anything else you want to bring up right now?
No,
we don't have anything to
I
bring
don't
up on
think
you guys
so.
either.
By next time, you'll have something.
We'll try.
next time.
Anyways, go
No.
listen to all 12 episodes of the Extended Gamut podcast.
Yeah, we're headed to Mike's Arcade. So we'll see you guys afterwards.
So the Mike's Arcade is in the pictures too.
Thank you for
Thanks for
listening.
listening, guys.
It's a great episode.
See you in the next episode. Goodbye.
See you next time.